What are these strange noises? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Netflix Explorers podcast. We're diving deep into Netflix so that you don't have to.
From the 1890 studios.
My name is Dale.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea of Netflix movies.
Oh.
Bringing you the treasure. I'm Adam Peller.
And my name's Patrick, and I just got my first fidget spinner, so I'm ready to cast.
Today we're going over Flaked, Drinking Buddies, and the D Train. Please stick around. Hello, gentlemen.
What are the fidget spinners? I don't know what those are.
Well, my girlfriend's a teacher, and she says that, like, if a kid's got, like, a problem, like, focusing on something, you give them a fidget spinner, and they spin it a little bit. It kind of, like, occupies their, I don't know, subconscious that is doing something, and they're able to focus on the work, but...
So they're able to focus on the work by focusing on something else other than the work. Is that the...
You need something mundane to, like,
Yeah.
keep your brain focused while you can, like, open it to other things.
Yeah. Just to exert energy.
It centers
somewhere
your chi a little bit.
I need one of those.
Yeah.
You got one?
I spin my phone in my hand. Is that the same kind of thing? I like spin it.
There's an app for it.
You
Just
also spin
download
the
it.
frisbee before you play.
I do that.
But before you do
I
that,
make
throw can jam.
I make everyday objects, everyday being can jam frisbees. I make those into fidget spinners just to keep my mind right on. You know what I mean?
But anyway, we're here to podcast. Sorry, guys.
Well, yeah, but you can't see, but you're watching the live feed. We all have, both of our hands are both fidgeting spinners, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I just look like a crab just
Spinning away.
squeezing my hands.
But that just means you're ready to cast because you're so focused.
Yes.
First one up, Flaked, guys. Episode 1 and 2. We're doing we're watching these TV shows. We kind of want to dive into the series that, Netflix original series that are coming out. Series I.
Siri.
Whatever that. I mean, Netflix is making we talked about Ozark, a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Great Netflix original show.
Can we talk about Ozark real quick?
What do you want to talk about?
What are your guys' overall impressions on Ozark?
I loved it. Goodbye, Breaking Bad. Hello, Ozark. That sums it up. Pat, what do you think, Pat? Did you finish?
I from 1 minute into Ozark, I was like, this is pretty good. By the final 30 seconds of it, I'm like, I need more.
Yeah.
And then I'm not getting any more until probably 2018.
Right.
So
We do have Stranger Things coming out.
Yes.
October.
We should do that, too.
Yeah.
I
So we'll
thought-
do
I'll
maybe we'll touch on Stranger Things. But anyway, guys, we're just talking
Gertrude,
about...
Take a docket
Yes,
note.
send her an email. Make
Yeah.
sure to copy Patrick. He always gets forgotten on these.
Okay.
BCC. But anyway, for the 9th time, we're going over just, dipping our toes into the television realm, out of films a little bit. But these Netflix original shows are fantastic. So Flaked, we touched, I've watched both seasons and just released the second season, but I did watch episode 1 and 2 of the first season, just kind of get our feet wet. Adam, you want to play the trailer? Will Arnett's Flaked, 7.2 IMDb.
Sure do.
It's a comedy, which I don't know if I agree with that, but go ahead and play the trailer.
Come on, I don't have time for this.
So it's Will Arnett
Last I
getting
checked,
pulled
you're
over
not my
by a
sponsor
cop.
anymore.
Look, just keep your side of the road clean.
Don't worry, it is. I gotta go, man.
A Netflix original series.
I came to Venice by accident.
Is in Venice Beach, California.
Phrase that. I came to Venice because of an accident. My best thinking tells me that it's okay to get loaded and get behind the wheel of a car. But the people in these rooms got me back on my feet.
That was lame of you not to show up.
Sorry, would have called, but I don't have a phone.
You have a phone at work.
Yeah, but it's a work phone.
he's
What are
kind of
we
off
doing
the
here?
grid in this show.
Just making stools for people to sit on.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
No,
I got a new waitress.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I saw her first.
And that's,
You guys
of course,
okay
David
over there?
Sullivan,
Yeah.
who is in Primer.
good.
Oh yeah, plays Ava.
You are unbelievable, man. Please don't take that as a compliment. So did you go see Tilly?
Who's Tilly?
She's just a friend.
His wife?
Ex-wife.
Oh, so you're still married?
I'm trying to untangle my past.
I can't even tell when you're lying anymore. I don't think you can either. Look, Chip, it's time to look forward now.
I can't do this.
Come on, man. There's no time like the present.
No, I mean, there's no handle on it. I can't do this door.
All right, I got it.
He's in the back of a cop car.
This
it's time for you to make a fresh start. Sometimes it's good to let go of the past.
The only thing I can do is just try to be a better person.
The truth is, Chip is a selfish asshole.
Chip's a complicated guy. You're willing to jeopardize our friendship for this girl?
Come on, Dennis. Let's talk.
No, that's not gonna cut it.
Wait, you can't let a friendship die. Be dudes, like we're all dudes here.
Well put, Cooler.
Thank you.
Find hope.
You are you.
Wherever you are, you should be excited to find that out.
When I first moved to Venice, things got a lot worse before they got better. But this community taught me to be honest about who I am and what I've done. And to draw a line that separates your past from your future.
I like this place. It's like an online community, but in real life, you know?
Like a community.
Yeah.
So that's McLovin. He makes a appearance, I think just for an episode, maybe two, in the series. But 7.2 IMDb. It's got comedy written down here. So this is, let's see, there's 14 30-minute episodes.
Currently.
Adam, I'm going to send this one straight to you, man. We talked about Flaked. I don't know, we watched it a while ago. You're not nearly as excited as I was after watching this. I really liked it.
No, you told me, I forget what TV show you compared it to, but you said it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So in my mind, I played it up pretty good because you never...
Because I say amazing.
Yeah, and you never steer me wrong when you give me a recommendation.
No, and that's why I wanted to point this out right away. Let's bury the hatchet. Let's break it out right here and finish this.
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay. Like, don't get me wrong.
Did you watch, how many episodes did you watch? Just 1 and 2, just for the podcast?
I watched up to 5.
Okay.
They're quick episodes, half-hour episodes, so that's why I watched episodes 1 and 2 for the podcast. But so basically, Will Arnett, who he plays a guy that lives in Venice Beach. He's a recovering alcoholic, or he's in the program, and he's what? You're shaking your head at me?
No, keep going.
No.
Okay. Well,
no. It's just, I mean.
It was in the trailer. It's not mantle worthy.
No. What I was going to point out is recovering alcoholic. They make a point in this show to say he's an alcoholic. Like, you're never done being an alcoholic.
Right.
You will. But anyway.
Well, anyway, I'll say he's drinking.
Sure.
During because we kind of spoiled the first episode anyway. So he's still.
Wow.
Now,
that is mantle.
No, it's not.
It's definitely mantle.
That happens in the first episode.
You're right. You know what? You're right.
It does. But
Okay.
I mean,
No. Stop there. But yes. So we just saw he's going to meetings.
Yes.
And he's, got sponsors and stuff like that. But you do see him come home and have a little sip of wine.
Yes.
And what that does to you, and Adam, I don't want to stomp on what you think about it, but like that really, that symbol of him drinking whatever he has, whatever wine he has, is very powerful, and it carries throughout even in the second season, of course. But
agreed,
it sets the stage for what the story is going to be about. But anyway, go on. You didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very funny.
Comedy's written down, and I don't agree with that either.
I don't think it's very funny. I don't think he's kind of a dick, and he's not. I like Will Arnett. He's just walking through this movie. You're just watching a dick be a dick, and like pretend he's being better, but he's not being better in his life. Right. And it's like, I was really excited for the show, because I used to live right by Venice Beach, so I know a lot. I see a lot of these places, and it's just like, I don't know. It did nothing for me.
Right. Okay. Nothing for you, Patrick. What about you?
Oh, I really liked it.
Okay.
I thought the show was it was really funny at some parts. It was real dramatic in others, and the end of the first season, you just want to watch the second season.
Right.
So I mean, if you can make it to the end of the first season, you're hook, line, and sinker for season 2.
Sure.
And then season 2 is on the same level as season 1 with the big reveals and all of the good stuff in it.
So you guys talked about big reveals. There's no reveals.
Well, episode 5, I don't think you're going to get there when there's 14 episodes in the series. In their
2 seasons,
right?
Or maybe there's 20 episodes. I'm still stuck on 7 episodes for Thrones now.
Well, before we get into that, is there any characters that are in Game of Thrones that are in Flaked? Is Will Arnett in Game of Thrones?
He plays a dragon, I think.
Nice.
No?
Okay, so I'm going to defend myself a little bit, Adam. I really like this one, and it is strange that I like it, and here's why. This very podcast is going to push every corner, every awkward, anxious button movie watching in my soul. We touch on all these movies, Flaked, Drinking Buddies, and The D Train. Like, all awkwardness that I hate about movies,
Yes.
we touch on one of them.
Yes.
Now, the reason I love Flaked is I watched it because I really like Will Arnett. So it did fight me through him being just a jerk. I was able to push through a little bit. But once again, you're waiting for that reveal, which you never saw it by episode 5. I do not want to say it justifies his entire character and his entire motivation in life. But the character of Chip, although he has, you see his faults and, that one chick, Chip's like a big asshole or whatever, like she says.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you find out why, and then you go, oh. And it, again, does it justify his character? Kind of. It just explains so much. It just drops a truth bomb on his character. So I'm dancing around it, but I like what Patrick, and I read this too, I like what Patrick wrote down. The show is loosely inspired by Will Arnett's past experience with alcoholism. He let his 15-year sobriety briefly lapse during the filming of this first season of the show. How ironic.
Yeah.
The way this character, Chip's character, is, just like interacts in his community, especially Venice Beach, which is such a different community than most. It's like something I've never seen before. I've never seen character. And okay, Dale, he's a character guy. I've never seen a character storyline or arc be released to us like this. Because, again, Adam, you hate the dude. Five episodes in, he's an idiot. I'm done watching. Understood. But why did I keep watching? And I'm trying to tap into that, like the awkwardness and this.
Well, the only reason I kept watching is you said, "Oh, there's a reveal coming. There's a reveal coming," and I was like, 5 episodes in, I'm like, "Okay, well, there's no reveal coming," and I was like,
"I'm out of here.
I'm out of here."
Well, that's fine, and that's fine. It's not for everybody. And again, this almost is like the least favorite thing I've ever seen. It like just passes under that line of awkwardness and. Dude, why are you, the guy's right around the corner, the bad guy's right around the corner, why are you going to try to jumpstart the car now? You know what I mean? Like, why, you see the boogeyman, like, why are you going for your jacket now? The boogeyman's in the closet.
Right.
It's full of that. It's, Chip, why are you making these mistakes when you're going to shoot yourself in the foot and be an idiot and be a bigger jerk? Why did you miss this chick's birthday party? You knew you shouldn't have done that. So, like, I like to shut that down. I go, forget it. You're a stupid character. I hate your character. Why would you do that? I can't be a part of the rest of your story. But this I did. And
so why? You still? I don't think you still.
No, and I really can't. I just want to say that Chip's character, his progression through this season, at least season 1 and into season 2, is so. Again, is the reveal that you missed, but didn't get to yet. It just dragged me along, and I wanted to see what the heck is going on with this guy, and you finally do. I don't know, Patrick. Can you help me out? Can you help me? Why did I like it? Maybe I don't know myself.
Well, we always talk about, like, this is a movie to, like, have the vacuum on and, briefly glimpsing over, like, so you're just getting, like, the plot points.
Well, an easy action.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to make a genre called vacuum action.
Dirty movies.
Yeah, hey.
That you just got to clean up. Sorry, go ahead.
but so when I heard Dale recommending this to Adam, and he's like, "Oh, well, you should watch it." I was like, "Oh,
that's right. You were there for this recommendation."
Yeah, I was there for it, and so there was something going on, and I was working on my computer, and I was like, "Oh, well, I got like 15 hours of work ahead of me." So
pretty much every time we try to have a conversation with you, you just go on your computer.
Yeah, just go on my computer.
Actually, you're on your computer right now.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
close the window. Close Warlight, Patrick.
So I had Flaked on the side, and it was kind of just playing the episodes, glancing, listening to the dialogue, going on. And then I think, like, episode 7, I was like, just gonna watch this for a little bit, and then so I start watching it, then 8, then 9, then 10. I'm like, I can't stop watching this, and I know I still got to get back to work. And I went through all of season 1 and all of season 2 within a day, and I'm going back and forth and texting Dale. I'm like, oh my gosh, this just happened. He's like, just wait, bro, it's still coming. I'm like, oh my gosh, it just happened. This is nuts. So it's well worth it.
But you guys played it up to me big. Like,
it is big.
I really think this is. I mean, it's definitely unsung as far as reviews go. 7.2 is where it needs to be. I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was originally released, it was kind of like, this is different. And it's different. And that's why I think the only reason I could stick around with a character like this is it's something different. You don't see shows like this.
It's very different. I'll give you that. It's a very different show. And it's very intriguing for the first, 1, 2, 3 episodes.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you learn who he is, you learn what's going on. But then it's like, for me, it's just kind of like, ugh. Then after that point, you're just like, what am I doing? Where's this going?
Yeah, you're watching a guy going through AA, and he's, first episode he drinks, drinking wine.
He's just full of crap.
Which is in a kombucha bottle, or labeled kombucha.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So you're already going like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, and he's going to girls like, yeah, I've been sober for 15 years or whatever. He's like,
yeah, he's a big time schmoozer. He's greasy.
I'll be your sponsor, even though he's just, I don't know, just wasn't
right.
You guys after this podcast, you're gonna have to tell me what the reveal is or something because
Maybe.
I would say to our listeners, it sounds like you guys are really into it and.
Here's the thing.
What episode do you guys stick it into?
Well, here's what I think. I think if Adam's turned off by episode 5 and doesn't want to keep going, this is not something for you. I think this is a very esoteric film or series. If you don't want to figure out what how this character develops, and bother to see it to the end, bail out. You got to, just like you did, and that's fine. I see a character like this, which I normally would hate, and I went like, you know what? It's Will Arnett. I got nothing to do. I'm going to keep watching. It was well worth it, and I couldn't wait for season 2, which just dropped a couple months ago.
Yeah, I think July.
Okay, so last month, whatever. But either way, not to date the podcast.
Have you watched second season?
Oh yeah, one sitting.
Good stuff.
Same thing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Better than the first season?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I don't think so.
The first season's good because you got you're developing backstory. I think that.
Yes,
but now
they're
getting his second season,
and it's moving forward.
Yeah, much faster than.
Yeah, it's kind of like his past. His past is a big deal in season 1, and then it's all about future now in season 2. I hope they go with season 3. I really do.
Double future.
Anyway, Adam, I'm totally not fighting it, and I'm disappointed you don't like it. But hey, that's what makes this podcast great, is our different views.
I'm disappointed I don't like it too.
That's fine. Hey, man.
I'm disappointed about
You know what? You guys talk Game of Thrones, and I've seen one episode with you, Adam.
Yes.
So your heart should be broken because I didn't keep watching Game of Thrones. So
you will. One day
One day I will. Once it gets on Netflix,
one day you're going to watch it, and you're going to thank me.
I will come groveling, kneeling.
And I'll make you bend the knee.
I think that's a reference. But anyway, all right, let's, as they say in those conspiracy guys, let's get off the fence. Adam, rewatchability as far as the episodes go.
Just like the episode, I think it's wine that's been left out.
I was gonna say rewatchability.
Oh, sorry, sorry, I skipped ahead. So no, rewatchability is not there for me. I really want to like it. I wish I did like it. I mean, it's okay. You really have to invest into it, and for me, the investment just wasn't worth the payoff.
This movie has so many boxes that it checks off, and we all have a million little check boxes, and this pillars. Oh, exactly. This show checks off the strangest type of pillars for me that kept me engaged. Just didn't hit the pillars, man. There's so many. 482?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's almost 500 pillars. It's going to be a big building.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Sound as a hurricane.
Make the Parthenon look like a playhouse.
Rewatchability. Patrick, I mean, you watched this and you dove right into season 2, but does it deem a rewatch?
Yeah, so for this podcast, I was pumped to watch episodes 1 and 2 again just so I didn't ruin anything. So I'm like, here's episode 2. Here's the cutoff. I'm not
Right.
going to say anything.
That's where
after
the
this,
information ends. Yeah.
But I think what I've written down is not only rewatchability, but recommendability.
Okay.
So, like, would I recommend this to somebody?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure.
So,
Would you sit down?
That's a good introduction. We should do that.
Recommendability.
Rewatch/recommendability.
Yeah, okay. That could be a new
We
staple.
kind of do that already, but
we kind of touch on that a little bit. I like to talk about how could you rewatch with.
We don't have an official like segment.
Would you rewatch this with a friend? Like, would you put a friend through this type of thing?
I like to say I want you to say like, Adam, rewatchability, recommendability. What do you got?
All right, cool. We're
You know what
doing
I'm
that
saying?
from now on. It
Okay.
is now a staple.
Take a note. Okay,
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, good. But anyway, now let's. My rewatchability. It's definitely there. It's definitely rewatchable. It's kind of got a little dash of prestige to it.
Yes.
Once you know how the ending is and you watch it again,
goodness.
it's got a little
I
taste.
can't believe I forgot to mention that.
It's got a little prestige because you're watching. You're going like, oh, this is why this is happening, and this is why you're acting like this because we know how it goes in the end.
So it sounds good. That's probably the best. That's probably the best pitch I've heard so far for this movie.
A little dash of prestige.
It's great because like the first time you're going through it, she's like, oh well, this is the reason why she's acting like this. But then you get
full
take
circle.
2, and you're like, whoa, okay, no,
Yeah,
hold on,
yeah.
this is why for
Rich,
realsies.
and then you see like the story progression, and without that mindset, it's like the revealing does not. The revealing of your initial watching does not screw up a rewatch. How about that? It's a prestige. It's a prestige thing. Almost maybe better on the second time through.
So with you rewatching these, have you rewatched it at all yet, or is this?
Yeah, I've watched season 1 a couple times. I only watched season 2 once, which kind of tells you what season was better for me, my opinion.
What's better, Flaked or Ozarks?
Ozark.
I think Ozark. Ozark checks off more pillars.
Okay.
If that's a thing. I mean, again, Flaked is. We all like Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it Ozark?
Ozark.
We all liked Ozark. But you don't like Flaked. It hit some pillars for Patrick that liked it, and some for me. So that's a little more polarizing of a TV show. So Ozark has to win this one. But Adam, once again, bring us down your old wine liquor store aisle.
Yeah. So I had a cheap bottle of wine, bottom shelf.
Yep.
You drink it. You leave it out. Oh, I'm not gonna drink it all. Put it in a thermos. Let it sit in the fridge for a while, and then you take a swig of it, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
it's almost like cauterized, or
Ugh,
not cauterized. What's the word?
Coagulated.
Coagulated. Thank you.
Wow, both things that are equally disgusting.
It's chunky.
Oh boy. Good description.
Wine.
What else is in that wine? Patrick, what about you, liquor store aisle, my
I
friend?
got a sparkling grape juice spritzer. So no alcohol, just kind of like a little bubbly drink.
Okay.
And
Get a
then,
little fizz in there.
Yeah, by the end of the series, you'll have like a little vodka or something in there. So.
Or by the first episode. Mine is kombucha. And not only because he puts his wine in the kombucha, Nalgene bottle in his fridge, but I just think kombucha is not for everybody. Kombucha most of the time is pretty disgusting by all, intents and purposes. But, I mean, it's to certain people, kombucha is really good and they enjoy it, but usually not.
Can you get it around here?
Yeah, you just get extracts, whatever.
What is it? Do you like it?
No, not at all. But it's like a very esoteric thing. It's not like just hipsters drink it, but it's a pretty hipster drink. Oh. It's like a weird. I think some is alcoholic, and maybe they are alcoholic. I don't think they're alcoholic, but anyway, it's some sort of. It's like apple cider vinegar, not like that exactly. People are screaming at their iPad players, iPhone players, Apple product. But it's some sort of like chemical reaction, like not like a yogurt is like alive.
Yeah, there's
like
bacteria or something.
This is a bacteria-like drink.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
Thank you for pulling that one together. For me.
Yogurt's alive?
Yeah, yogurt's just it's decaying milk type stuff, decaying cream. That's what that is. Yeah, that's why I don't drink it or eat it anymore. It's disgusting. It's bad.
I really don't eat it that much either.
And the Greeks, look
You
at the
guys
Greeks.
don't like yogurt?
They have Greek yogurt. Now look at the Greeks.
I'm okay
now.
with yogurt. Except one time I used to
See?
Except one time I went to the grocery store and I bought a whole bunch of yogurt.
Yeah.
Like Activa.
Oh boy.
Yogurt. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good yogurt, pretty well priced. I like the taste of it. I just, I go to the belt, slam it all on the belt, like I'm buying all this crap. So I'm eating it for every day for breakfast and all this everything. And someone goes like, "Why do you eat that?" I'm like, "Well, it's yogurt. What's wrong with it?" It's like, it's like a laxative,
right?
And I was like, "Really?"
Clears you up.
I had no idea.
I
just like the taste.
It makes your bowels Activa.
Yeah. So now I knew that, but I was walking in the grocery store with such confidence, slamming it on the belts.
Hey, man.
Like I'm not buying laxative yogurt right now, but everyone else knew I was, but I didn't know.
Man,
so
you know what? That just the confidence you had going down the aisle.
Yeah, that's why no one said anything to me. Like,
what are they going to do? Adam, you're 6'7", and you could punch a hole through a wall.
I'm 6'7". I need to poop. Damn it.
Oh, speaking of poop, let's move on to Drinking Buddies. 2013 film, 6.1 IMDb. It made it into the sixes. Don't know how.
Great segue.
Comedy, drama, romance. Let's go ahead and play the trailer.
When it comes to weddings, you want something that most people are going to like. Gets
Olivia
everyone
Wilde.
sufficiently drunk. No fights between the families. Can I see the ring? Oh my God. What? Wow, that's beautiful. That's great. What'd you do wrong? Stop working so hard. I don't want you guys to strain yourself.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kate. Some great salad.
Takes place in Chicago at Revolution Brewery.
Oh, it is a Revolution? I thought it was
That's an
Lagunitas.
expert beer tasting technique.
So Jake Johnson.
Really?
The new girl?
The Jake Johnson? Is that the other main character?
I think that is the guy from the new girl.
Chris is here.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him.
If I introduce you, don't say anything stupid or mean.
Also, Ron Livingston can be seen dating a 22-year-old or a 52-year-old, and Ron, he transcends age.
It's called being a man.
What a guy.
One more beer.
Oh, no, I'm fine. No, baby.
And then what's her name again?
Kate Mara.
No.
I almost said that though. I almost said
What if
Kate
she
Mara.
goes in a hike?
No, she's in Pitch
Absolutely
Perfect.
not. No way that I'm not going. How about you? You want to go?
She's also in Up, Up, and Away.
Another Olivia
I
Wilde
guess
movie
you
for
have
us,
to take a
guys.
person at their
Oh,
word
that's
that
true.
they're actually into you.
Pretty much goes on her same trajectory. So two couples.
Let's go swimming. Why not? Let's go. I'm going to go in. Last chance. Come on.
Two couples go on a retreat.
Want to get married?
Which we do.
I would love to reopen the floor for that conversation.
I don't think that this is working. And I think 8 months is enough time to know whether something's going to work.
Tonight, no one's going home to their significant other because I no longer have one.
To being in our house and hanging out with us.
To our new kid.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. The problem with heartbreak is that to you it's like an atomic bomb, and to the world it's just really cliche because in the end we all have the same experience.
Drinking Buddies.
All right, so that's Drinking Buddies. That's a 2013 film, which I missed coming out here. Quick shout out to Three Floyds. They talk about that just briefly, which is, of course, in my hometown.
You have, not only do you have Three Floyds, you have Jason Sudeikis saying in the movie, we're organizing rides to go to Three Floyds.
Right.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I stood up
really
and
cool.
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis knows about Three Floyds, or at least someone told him to say about
Right.
Three Floyds.
A writer researched.
The word Three Floyds came out of Jason Sudeikis' mouth.
Right. Yeah, a little bit of hometown pride in this. And it's close to Chicago. We are here at the 1890 Studios. We're just, 25 minutes from the city?
Yep.
Maybe. So, depending on how fast you drive. But anyway, so, Patrick, I'm going to look at you. 6.1 on IMDb, 90 minutes right there. But here's the kicker. Made for $1 million.
Yeah.
Ron Livingston, Olivia Wilde, Jake Johnson,
Anna Kendrick.
That's your budget right there. Jason Sudeikis.
He's not in it enough to like.
So I mean,
get a huge paycheck.
But still, you're on location. It's a
Three
Chicago location. I guess you don't build many sets. It's in houses and it's in a brewery.
Yeah. So I was watching this movie 2 nights ago, and I was just, this movie is awful. Did they ad-lib the entire thing? It's absolutely ridiculous that It's just like doesn't feel like there's any direction to this movie. And then as soon as I started the notes, the number one thing popping up was
unscripted.
Drinking Buddies unscripted.
Right.
And the first result is yes. It was basically
really?
unscripted.
Yeah.
So.
I read that as I was going through the trivia on IMDb. I'm like,
that makes a lot of sense.
But that can make or break a film. I think it did really well here. I didn't like this film at all, but the dialogue and again how the characters interacted was great for me.
I agree. I feel now that I know it's unscripted, it makes a little more sense to me. Because I was ready to come in here and just crap on this movie, but then, okay, it's unscripted. That makes a little bit more sense. Why? Like, I just don't understand movies where here let's set it up a little bit. Can we set it up a little bit?
Set it up, brother.
All right. So you have.
Do you want music for this or no?
What do you got?
I mean, what do you need? Here, is it going to be like a sappy type of sound, or do you want?
No. That's too good for it.
Okay, how about this? Like, do you want like a?
No, that's too upbeat.
Okay,
something a little more dreary. Do you have anything more dreary?
Does it have to be short, or does it have to be long?
I'm a little long.
Okay, let's just let me cut over here. What about
Here,
yeah,
I'll start, and you match my mood.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you have Jake Johnson, who's a character in this movie, and he's working at Revolution Brewery. He's like a brewer guy. He's just a blue collar kind of working guy. And Olivia Wilde works there with him. They're friends at work. They hang out. They have a little bit of chemistry between the two of them. He has a girlfriend, Anna Kendrick. She has a boyfriend, Ron Livingston. But then things but it's just kind of about, I don't even know what it's about. It's just like he develops, like, him and Olivia Wilde are very close and have lots of chemistry, and like they really want to be together, but they're with other people, but with people who they don't have chemistry with.
Right.
So it's like, it's so stupid. It's like, why do people in this movie are dating people they don't have chemistry with?
Right. And then obviously see they have chemistry in each other and don't pursue that.
Right.
So I said before for Flaked, we're touching on all of Dale's little pillars of awkwardness and hatred towards movies. Now, Flaked somehow flew right through, even though how awkward it was. Drinking Buddies was so much worse. You got Olivia Wilde, who obviously has got eyes for Jake Johnson's character. He's got the same. He's kind of a quieter guy. You can tell he's into her and cares about her quite a bit. In a little scene in the movie, they're having a few drinks at the bar, and he goes, all right, Olivia Wilde's character, you've had a few, like, why don't I drop you off at home? Come on, let's go. And she's hanging out with another guy, and the entire movie they've had chemistry, and they've had eyes, and they've had these great experiences together, and she's, like, looks at him and is like, no, that's fine, I'm going to go home with Fred, or whatever this other character's name was. Like, why? This is, to me, that's the boogeyman in the closet. It's like, Olivia Wilde, going home with this guy is a bad idea. You're going to regret it, and you're going to break Jake Johnson's heart. Why would you, no one would do this. Why would you do this?
Well, I think in her defense, I mean, they were at a bar all night, so, I mean, she was a little drunk, so I can't imagine judgment being top-notch.
But as far as the whole movie led up, her connection to Jake Johnson's character, I think would have conquered that.
It was like a little girl. It's like, I like you, but I don't like you. But I like you.
Exactly.
But I don't like you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
It's like, be a person, be an adult.
Yes, this was a high school love triangle.
I watched this movie with Jenna.
Okay.
Because we're big Jake Johnson fans. We watch New Girl together.
Okay.
Love New Girl.
Yeah.
He's hilarious in New Girl. You would love New Girl, by the way.
I got to watch New Girl. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Put it on the
That's
docket.
why we watch it.
Good.
7 seasons. Zoe Deschanel, dude.
All right, I gotta go. Let's kill the podcast.
You're gonna lose your mind on that fact alone. All right, but she's just like, I really like Olivia Wilde too. I think she's very, very attractive, very good actor.
Okay. No. I don't think every film I've seen her in, I've been disappointed by her performance.
Yeah.
And it's not the writing. It's not her writing. She just got a bad character part.
I know.
She's just not where I need it to be. Like, she just doesn't.
She did annoy me in this movie though.
Okay.
Big time.
Okay.
And but Jake Johnson was kind of like, he was okay. Like he kind of did what he had to do, and like, you know. But it's just like it makes bad. Like I work with people all the time. I work with members of the opposite sex, and you don't want to like cuddle with like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You don't like
yeah.
like you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like you like they
were way
just
too
friends.
friendly.
Yeah.
Even during the 9 to 5,
but they hate each other. Like,
but they would never get to. Yeah,
it was weird.
It didn't make sense in a relationship type of way. Even not even like in a, boyfriend girlfriend type of relationship. Just like how their relationship worked, couldn't exist. Like you could not be like that. You cannot act the way these two people acted while not being just married or just like
Yeah.
it's like they. But they don't. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to reveal anything. But it's just.
It's frustrating.
As
you
can
tell, we're very frustrated.
We're very frustrated because you got a great cast. All those people are funny. Ron Livingston's dynamite. I think he does the best job out of everyone. He's really good at that dry, like above the situation kind of character, and he plays weird. Another one. And he's just really good. But again, Olivia Wilde's kind of disappointing. Jake Johnson's character does really well as far as emotion wise. I love the fact that it wasn't scripted. I thought that was like a big redeeming factor for me because when you could just tell they hit the camera, they just hit record and went, all right, this is what's supposed to happen. We'll do a couple takes. Go ahead, make it real. And they were talking over each other a little bit. There was stumbling here and there because there weren't lines. It was like a real conversation. You're talking over your buddies. You're talking, you're having a conversation with somebody. You're getting excited. You're talking, it was natural. It was very natural sounding,
If they would have said that, like at the beginning of the movie, when you're watching it, it changes the whole experience. Because after finding out that it was just ad-libbed, I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense why this happened that way and that. The audio is a little, so
it like makes up for the sloppiness of the dialogue.
Jack Johnson's a hilarious guy, and he's really like he's the kind of guy I could tell he's very intelligent. Like he can go on the fly like that in a character. So he was definitely really good for that aspect of it. But that does explain a little bit why, like it just bugged me that he didn't have he didn't have chemistry with the woman he's supposed to have been together with for so many years.
Yeah,
I didn't buy that.
So it really is everything about this movie, the people not, the actors not having a script, the actors that were in the movie. I mean, it's Chicago based. It looked good. They did a couple. There was evening shots. There were shots on the beach and stuff like that. Real emotionally attractive shots, visually speaking. And once again, the dialogue was really cool, but the story didn't match how great this film was. I mean, the story didn't catch up to the rest of the film. How about that?
Well, yeah, because like I said, it's all ad-lib. It's kind of hard to convey a ABC story when it's kind of going A, D, F. It's kind of it's a little bit jumping around in the sense that it's not as uniform as we're used to watching all these movies. It was a little off the cuffy. I guess, so.
It was different. It was a different one. I mean, it's probably got some redeeming factors if you kind of look at it from afar, but either way, I don't know. I just I'm a big meh across the board. 6-1's right where it needs to be. I mean, it's kind of a cool how it is. So put it in the 6s, but don't put it any higher than 6-1. That's what I say. Let's talk about rewatchability and recommendation. Patrick, what do you think? Are you going to revisit this one, or should would you have anybody
No recommendation. Rewatchability's 0.
0.
It's a taste of something different, and I didn't like the taste. So
okay, Adam, what about you?
Sam, I agree with Patrick. Don't watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
Right.
So
no rewatchability. I'm on board. It just didn't strike me as something to watch again, and story's not there to draw me in for another take. But
right.
Adam, bring us down a liquor store aisle. I got you.
Well, I'm gonna go with a bad beer.
Okay.
It's about a brewery. It's like if one of the brewery pipes bursted and
you got your face right under the pipe.
They squeegeed that beer into the gutter drain.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is almost Tank 432.
Or I guess
whoa, hold on.
Or I guess it'd be like Natty Ice.
Which is all just like the dripping
Which
beer.
is basically that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Patrick, what about you, man?
I'm kind of right there with Adam. I got a Keystone Light, so
okay. It's not
worth
very.
it.
It's a beer, but barely.
It's almost too bad for beer pong too. So it's like,
right.
If you want to punish somebody while you're playing against them.
Yeah, I got what I wrote down, because I thought this was shot at Lagunitas. I didn't know this is Revolutionary Brewing. I guess
it might have been shot at. It might have been shot at Lagunitas. But they say it's Revolution.
A couple shots looked exactly like the brewery, but either way, what I have written down for my drink review is anything Lagunitas, because Lagunitas, it's got everything. It's like a cool brand. It's a California. It's a Chicago. Well, now it's a Dutch brand, but hey. Yeah.
Did you buy it?
No, Heineken bought it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Chicago brand, and you're like, okay, cool, it's Chicago. So you're like, oh, it's got Olivia Wilde, Ron Livingston, Jake Johnson. All right, cool, I like what you're doing. And I get so disappointed by so many of the Lagunitas beers. It's like, man,
I don't like Lagunitas either.
That's what I'm saying. You want to like it because it's you got all these cool things in it, and you got a cool image, and you're off the cuff. You're not scripted, so that's cool.
I go to people's house in Chicago, and they always have Lagunitas.
It's like, come on, yeah. We're always we're all jiving our heads together, we're so cool. But then you have Lagunitas, and you're like, man, this really isn't that good.
I know, I feel the same way.
So that's the thing. It's
I can't believe I'm not alone.
Yeah, dude, we're together in the cast. But yeah, so Drinking Buddies, you figure, hey, it's about beer, awesome. Hey, it's got all these players in it, awesome. It's set in Chicago, awesome. But it just doesn't pay out. I don't know. That's me, of course.
Yep.
Moving quickly along to the D Train. 2015 film 5.0 on IMDb. $3 million budget. It's a comedy drama, 101 minutes, Patrick. Just a little hair past, right? Oh, no, you can do 15 minutes plus or minus.
Yeah, 15 plus or minus, but I mean, this is a long
This one dragged. This should be a 401-minute film, it felt like. Real quick before we roll the trailer, the head of a high school reunion committee travels to Los Angeles to track down the most popular guy from his graduating class and convince him to go to the reunion. Adam, hit the trailer for me.
May I speak with Jeff Settleson, please? Yes, it's that time. Jeff, Dan Landsman. Dan, from high school. I want to talk
That's
reunion
Jack Black.
with 20 years. Can you believe it? That's not very mature.
The ocean and the sun, both beautiful, both deadly.
Stacy? Honey? Oliver Lawless.
IFC film.
Yes, from high school on a national commercial. He did it. He made it. Zach, that was one of Daddy's good friends.
Really?
It was not.
Hang up the phones. D-Fresh has an idea.
Who's D-Fresh?
It's me, Jerry Focus.
Is that Oliver Lawless?
Yes. He's a big Hollywood actor now. We get Lawless to come, the whole class will follow. It's like one of those charity events. They bring out the celebrities. If Dave Schwimmer goes, everyone goes.
Dan?
Dude, yeah.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, yeah.
I got us a couch.
Yeah, let's sit at the bar.
Oh. He's the banana boat guy.
Banana boat.
That guy is this guy, and this guy is that guy. Ask me why I'm here, Oliver.
I'm here for your business meeting.
That's what my boss, who's sleeping right above us, thinks. I came here
Jeffrey,
to get you to come to our high school reunion.
No,
Taking a muscle relaxing before down the old hatch.
Tubin.
Tom Roy.
You're into Dan, boy.
Jeffrey Tobin.
What about Lawless? Is he gonna come to the reunion?
Lawless RSVP. And then a bunch of others
Tambor.
Tambor. Dang it.
We had it surrounded.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Man, I don't know how you did it, man, but you bagged yourself a good one.
Has something changed that I'm not aware of? I mean, maybe we should talk about it. I thought if I could deliver Oliver Lawless, I'd be a hero, single-handedly saving our reunion. How about this? D-Nice. What? Have people just call me that from now on? This reunion is for everybody. It's for all of us, not just him!
You're obsessed with Oliver? What is going on with you? You're acting so weird.
The D
Talk to
Train.
me, Oliver!
What do you want to talk about, Dad?
Oliver, wait, why did the music stop?
Oh, geez. I mean, you talk about somebody like bump sets, and sets it up a perfect, ready for a spike. and they like whiff on the movie.
That's exactly what
I was so, and I rarely say this, I was disappointed. I went Jack Black, probably top 10 favorite actors of mine.
Yep.
His wife, what is his wife's character's name? She's a really funny person. She's in
Catherine Han?
That's the actor's name.
Oh, okay. That's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been in a lot of funny stuff. She's a great, she's not like a comedy B actor, but she is in a lot of like, is a second, kind of a secondary character. Okay, great. Jeffrey Tambor, which we finally found out his name. Great. Arrested Development fame, of course, and many other things. But
Jason Marsden from Westworld.
Which I didn't know his name.
Teddy.
And Julie walked through. I was like, yeah. And then there's this other guy, I don't know who. And she like looked, it's like 1 second. She's like, oh, she knew his name. I was
yeah,
like,
but he's in tons of stuff.
Oh, is he really? I thought he was in a superhero movie. Is he a superhero?
No.
I thought he was.
But he's in Westworld. He was in Parks and Recreation. He's in not Parks and Recreation, 30 Rock.
Okay,
and he's in a lot of different stuff.
Okay, so yeah, we got a bunch of big players. Great, let's do it. What a disappointment, and I can't tell where it was. This story went. There was like 6 acts in this film, and it like takes turns that like you never wanted to have.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you saw in the trailer, and I read the synopsis. Jack Black's head of a,
party planning committee.
He's party planning committee for the alumni of a high school. He's calling people out, trying to get stuff done, blah, blah, blah. And he sees this guy in a commercial, and he's going to go get him. He was, Jack Black's character was a dweeb in high school. And so all the people on the high school party planning committee know he's a big dweeb and still kind of is, and his boss is Jeffrey Tambor, but he tries to go to L.A. and again, every movie it hits Dale's awkward, like, why did you do that, like, pinnacle moments. He uses his boss, like the expense account, to fake. He made up
big job.
He made an excuse to his boss that there's a big job in L.A., so we're gonna expense tickets to get out there. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you just tell your boss the situation and take 2 days off of work and just go?
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I'm gonna try to pull one over on the boss. And then he's like trying to save that lie and hold that plate in one hand, and then he's lying to the guy who's trying to get to the party or to the the reunion, and then he's not telling his wife, and he's not like why this guy's a train wreck. He's a D train wreck.
Yeah.
If I could use that.
Well played. Well,
but it's just like the movie falls apart, and like there's stuff that happens that it's like, why would that ever happen to anyone ever? And it's not in like a fun way.
Yeah, it doesn't even have time to like put itself together, because by like 20 minutes in, you're like, no, don't do that.
Like,
why
stop
are you
what you're doing. Stop.
Just
Yes.
think about it. Just think.
There's one point in the movie that's all forgivable, what you just said, but there's one point in the movie that's not forgivable. And it's like, no, that would not happen.
Right.
That would not happen, dude.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
If you saw
and it changes the whole movie. And it's like, and then the whole movie is based off of something that would never happen.
Right. It changes everything about the rest of the movie it just puts a blanket over, like a bizarre blanket over the rest of it, and you're watching the rest of the film going, come on.
Well, when that happened, I wasn't sure. I was like, was that supposed to be cut in there for that one frame that was like, did I miss something?
Right.
And like the whole movie plays out, and then they do like a little callback to it at the end. I'm like, oh, so that did happen. That's why this is like this, because it almost looks like it's like a dream sequence.
And then Jack Black's character, from not even half the movie in, now you see his character with, we won't tell you what happens, but you see his character now that he's done that thing that he's done, and now you see how he interacts with the rest of the characters, and you're like, dude, this guy could never exist.
Yeah.
This could never exist in real life. And, we're not realistic.
It's not Jack Black.
It wasn't Jack Black. It wasn't. See, again, you're like, this is another thing as compared to Drinking Buddies. As you got the players, you got a big cast, but the story falls on itself 6 times.
Yeah.
It just is not. I mean, drawn out. You can't get behind any of the characters, and then by the middle of the film, you despise all the characters, and I don't know. Adam, what do you think about this one, man? Like, am I talking crazy, or did you dislike it as much as I did?
No, I disliked it as well, and it pains me because I'm such a Jack Black fan.
Right.
It pains me to dislike it, and Jeffrey Tambor, great. He's great. He's actually pretty good in movies.
I think he's the best character in.
He's
really fun
for sure. They have a lot of fun with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie just like I wasn't interested because it just snowballed, and it was like, no, this isn't fun. This isn't funny. This isn't.
Yeah, it's not exact. The fun part of it went away.
There is one hilarious scene with Jack Black's kid and the guy. What's his name?
Who's Teddy from Westworld?
Yeah, Teddy from Westworld.
Like Jason Marsden.
Yeah, there's one hilarious scene that I rewound and watched again.
Really?
But that's about it. That's the only thing worth watching in this movie.
I don't know if I can even, without revealing anything, I don't even think I know what that is.
Yeah,
I don't even have. You got to stack the lawn chairs.
What?
One on top of you.
Okay.
That was really funny.
Yeah. Okay. And that was only half funny.
Yeah.
I think you only thought it was that funny because of how bad the rest of the movie was.
That could be true. That could be true.
But anyway, it's just, and it's not even like you can't even save it as like a slapstick, like stupid. Oh, this is just this is a vacuum humor movie. So you just kind of look over it and you hope for a quick laugh, after you turn the vacuum off, but you're not going to find one there.
Still hoping.
That's where the direction I thought we were going to go. Like, I thought I was going to
just
go
slapstick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it didn't.
No.
And I was like,
no, exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's, again, there's the disappointment.
Yeah.
That's I'm disappointed by this movie. I was expecting kind of a slapsticky.
Something along the lines of like School of Rock or like.
Right.
Something that's like Jack Black's
or almost like
wheelhouse.
Almost like a I haven't seen all of these, or maybe I haven't seen one of them, but Hangover movies. It's like you don't need to sit and watch character development for Hangover movies. You vacuum the house, you stop for a second and glance, and hopefully somebody trips and falls down, and that's funny.
Well, yeah.
And then you keep going.
So it's like with the Hangover movies, you have like, okay, here's a setup, here's the event. Here's what happens afterwards.
Right.
So you got like this movie. You have the setup. He's at the party planning committee. You have the event,
the goal,
the event that happens, and then the rest of the movie is just like.
It changes the whole dynamic. It's just garbage.
I remember pausing the movie. It was like, I got 45 minutes left. Seriously,
dude. In this movie, we 101 minutes. This thing felt like it was 6 hours long. It just dragged. I didn't want to be a part of any of it.
Yeah. I remember watching, was it The Way Back, where they got to get all the way from...
Yeah, you're right. Ed Harris.
Yeah, and I paused that movie, and it was like, oh, you have 145 minutes left. I'm like, Jesus. When I paused this movie, I think I was like 6 seconds into it. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is it?
Yeah, so, I'm already bored.
Yeah. IFC Films. Oh my God.
Right. So anyway, let's get out from under this one, guys.
Yep.
Rewatchability recommendation, Adam?
Nope.
0. Patrick, rewatch 0. And it pains me. Again, it's disappointment. I got to say the same thing. Jack Black is dynamite, and he's so versatile. I watch, and I don't. Did we watch? What's the one where he's a masked? Nacho Libre. We watched that one, right, for the podcast?
Yes, we did.
That is a crazy, wild, stupid...
That's fun. That's Jack Black.
Goofy Jack Black. But, I mean, Jack Black can also be in my top 5, and I can't think of it.
Brick.
No. With Jack Black is...
School of Rock.
No.
Tropic Thunder.
High Fidelity. Oh, jeez. He's, top 5
High Fidelity is in your top 5?
Oh, without a doubt.
I gotta watch that movie.
I don't want to suggest anything more to you, Adam, but it's a good film.
Dude, Flaked is a phenomena because everything you suggest to me, I love.
Okay.
This is the only one I haven't loved. And it sounds like I didn't care enough.
High Fidelity is a very time and place film. You cannot be like, hey, what about a Jack Black? Oh, let's pop in High Fidelity. No. You got to be careful with when you watch it. That's a great movie. But anyway, moving quickly along. Here, don't watch D-Train. watch High Fidelity. Save Jack Black, please.
Yep.
Adam, you got a drink review for this one?
Oh man. I guess it would be something that turns bad on you.
Well, let me do mine, and maybe you can hop on mine.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
What I got is a great mixed drink recipe.
Yes.
Like, you're like, man, we got all these players. We got Jack Black, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be great. You know, potential for a funny storyline, you know, kind of a geeky guy trying to high school reunion, try to get this popular guy back. Okay, that's a funny idea. So you got this great mixed drink idea, but you put it into just this dirty glass. It's gross. It's been sitting out. It's got mold in the glass. And you're like, no, don't put this great drink into this glass. But then somebody just like pours it in like this dumpy old glass that has floaters in it. And you're like, no, you just ruined what could have been a great drink by putting it in this garbage glass. Like, you really screwed it up. It could have been good, but you made it bad by pouring it in there.
So I got a drink review. So you have a great glass, right? Like, but then you pour something bad into it.
That's good. That's good. I like where you're going with that. Do tell them
It's very different from yours.
Okay. Patrick, liquor store aisle for D-Train.
Yeah, so mine's kind of like along the same lines. Like, you're at a party, somebody hands you a laser snake. You're like, oh, hell yeah, man, this is going to be great.
Three Floyd's laser snake.
Yeah, but then you're like, oh, wait. It's my turn. I got to go throw the Frisbee real quick.
Can jam.
And you come back and somebody put their cigarette out in your beer, but you don't know, and you take a swig, and you get a cigarette butt in the mouth, and you're like, what the hell, Jack Black? Why'd you do that?
Those emotions that you're feeling right now with the cigarette butt in the...
I felt all of that.
The laser snake?
I felt it all.
I feel it after watching this one. But that's it, guys. I mean, the D-Train fails us. It's too bad.
Too bad.
It's too bad. I wish we could have pulled it out of the gutter, but unfortunately we couldn't. But hey, that's what we think. What about movie of the week? I mean, I think
High Fidelity.
Yes. Yes, High Fidelity is the movie of all weeks.
Second. Sorry, guys, I let you down with this DACA this week.
No, man, Flaked was on there. I'm happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm happy we could touch on drinking buddies and just kind of like break it open and be like, no. It's
I wanted to watch
good.
I wanted to revisit Drinking Buddies because there's a lot of things to like about it, like you said. But I was like, let me throw it to my bros. Let them watch it. Let me see what they think. Let me see if they think the same
Put
thing
it out
as
to
me.
the ether, see what he comes right on back.
That's a lot of what I do on here, too.
Right on, man. Well, hey, I just got to say, guys, we're on Facebook. Guys, we're on YouTube. Guys, we're on Twitter. We're on, we're on Apple Podcast. Subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating. We'd appreciate that. That bumps us up and, more people can see it. And people need to know about these Netflix films.
Yes.
But check us out there. If you got, you want to check us out more, we're also at the 1890studios.com, 1890studios.com. Patrick's going to throw some polls up there. There's a little picture of, if you guys aren't watching the live feed, I think we got pictures of ourselves up there. If you guys want to see you match Patrick's face with his sexy voice, you can always go to the website. That's 1890studios.com. Why do you laugh like that, Adam?
What?
Oh, I thought you were giggling at that.
No, of
I
course
thought you were
not.
mocking Patrick.
No. What? His Fabio voice matches his Enrique Iglesias type face.
Well, geez, gentlemen, thank you.
But anyway, we appreciate you guys listening. We are the Netflix Explorers, and we're going to say so long. Adam, before I do that, thanks for being on the podcast, man.
Hey, man, anytime. And then if you guys were disappointed in the docket this week, next week we got Death Note. And we got Get the Gringo.
Yeah, I like that one.
So we'll get into those.
We got good ones. Patrick, thanks for being on the podcast, my friend. Great notes, as always.
Well, have a good one, guys.
All right. And now I say goodbye. We're the Netflix Explorers saying so long and adios.
I won that Altoid all episode.